Welcome to Mornings with Patty, in which I read from one of 6 daily meditation books. I share a passage each day, then I give you my take on it. If you like this kind of content, please like and follow below. You can also subscribe. I'm reading from One Day at a Time, and it's August 4th, and the topic is expectations. One source of frustration we seldom recognize is in expecting too much of others or expecting too specifically what we feel they ought to be, say, give, or do. If I expect another person to react in a certain way to a given situation and he or she fails to meet my expectation, have I the right to be disappointed or angry? Every human being has his own individual drives and motivations beyond my understanding and control. I may say, but he knew what I expected, not realizing that it may have been precisely for this reason that he rebelled and acted otherwise. My search for peace of mind will bear fruit much more readily if I stop expecting and relax into acceptance. I will not set a pattern based on my own experiences and wishes and expect someone else to live up to it. This is interference of a subtle and damaging kind. It damages my peace of mind and dignity, and those I'm smothering with my expectations. I, too, often fail to live up to the expectations of others. I'm telling you, I have so many times, and I thank God for my friends and family who've stuck by me despite the fact that I've disappointed them so much. Expectations, as it says in The Courage to Change, is premeditated resentments. So if we have our expectations that are too high, people are going to resent us and we are going to resent them, especially when we come at them. I'm going to give you a couple of examples of how I have managed a couple of expectations and hope this can help you. One is I worked at a federal agency years ago, and I was a manager of about 50 network engineers. So we had this large campus with a hospital on it. And one day we implemented something, the team implemented something, and it failed miserably where the surgery doors didn't open, and chaos ensued. It was everything that I could do to stay centered, everything. And after it was all over and we fixed it finally, I went to the guys and I wanted to say, what the fuck were you thinking? That's what I really wanted to say. That rage, that internal, because it was a massive hit against us. And our clients especially. And then I centered myself and I went to them and I sat and had a meeting with them and I said, okay, so help me understand what happened. And I want you to feel the difference in that energy. What the fuck were you thinking? And help me understand what happened. Now, if I yelled at them, they would probably not be very receptive, and they would be too scared to give me the details, and they would freeze, like I have a tendency to do. So I opted for a more kind, direct, and loving way to do it, and feel that energy of, so help me understand what happened, and then we can fix it. But being angry and rageful is not helpful, just letting you know, from somebody who's been on both ends. And then I heard a story last night from a friend of mine who was experiencing this problem with her sister, and she did something nice for her sister without even asking. And her sister came back at her in a passive-aggressive way and was really mean about it. And I saw the pattern because I've done it myself. If I do this for you, I expect you to be nice to me. And she wasn't. And so she says, what do I do? And I said, well, you don't take it personally. She says, how do you do that? And I said, well, this is who she is. She's been like this her whole entire life. But I want her to be different. But you can't change her. This is who she is. So instead of offering or not even offering, just stop helping. Just stop and just keep your distance and just love her for who she is and know that you're not going to get anything good when you try to help her. That's it. And then learn that pattern over and over. Our expectations get us in so much trouble with other people, and it damages relationships. And I'm not talking about societal expectations. I'm not talking about riots and that kind. I'm talking about everyday interactions. So You know my deal. This is my thing. If we learn to be more loving inside and transmute those energies around us and inside of us, then the world around us, the people we interact with, are more loving, and they will have that experience and they will feel better. That's how we change the world. So you in with me on this? I hope so. Love you.